Success has got many faces. We must have all seen success at some point in our life, right? From the small trophies in our cupboards to gold medals in Olympics or any international platforms. Success has come into our life in different forms, and also we must have failures too. So what is success is the question. Is it just materialistic wealth? What if we have all the materialistic wealth and still we can't derive happiness out of it? Success is something when you can live your life with your own choice. Success will give you happiness. You will feel contented. No, I would not have listened to all these speeches few years back sitting out here, never. But right now, I've gone through a series of ups and lows in my life, and I've learned it. And that brings me to this spotlight today. So what are the few good tips to be successful in life? The first one I would suggest is clarity. You need to be very clear on what you want to achieve in your life. So I got married when I was 19, degree first year, and I was very clear about the fact that I have to be financially independent. Then comes the question, how? Then brings my planning part. Yes, I want to be a teacher. I want to teach. So I need to get educated. So I started studying. I got my post-graduation, MPhil, everything. And then I put a timeline to it. So in every success story, you need to bring the clarity, then the planning, and the execution part. So when this is clear, the next big step is facing the failures. Because we all are so good in running away from failures. The minute we see, okay, we are going to fail here, we don't want to counter it, or we don't want to meet the failure and ask yourself, why did you fail? So the first time I went for a pageant was in 2019. It was a state-level pageant, and I was pretty sure I'm going to win. Okay, I had all my preparations, everything was done. But on that stage, I failed. I got the first runner-up. Still, for me, it was a failure. Then I sat back, I spoke to myself, I looked into what went wrong there. So I had to prepare more. My confidence has to be built, my communication skills has to be developed. There were a lot of things, my body language, there were a lot of stuff which I had to prepare, and then I applied for Mrs. India International, and then I won Mrs. India International. And that is how I applied for Mrs. Universe, and I was the first from Kerala, from South India, to represent Mrs. Universe out there. So this happened only when I was ready to face the failure. I was ready to face my fears. Next big point I would say is to bring an identity for yourself. Be unapologetically you. Be you wherever you go. Because as the life moves on, you will see a lot of people criticizing you. They will have comments on every single thing you take, the clothes you wear, the profession you choose, or even the basic things you need in your life. You need to own your own space. You need to know what defines yourself. And that definition should become your story. If you're listening to someone else in your life, that'll be their story, right? It will never be your story. So learn to define yourself. Learn to be unapologetically you. And other big thing, which many of you have asked me is, while going for such pageants, don't you get intimidated? Because it was Mrs. Universe platform. There were 110 contestants around the globe. You can imagine how the Russians, Romanians, Egyptians, everyone look. And because of the social media, the movies, the popular culture, we all are used to a certain kind of beauty images, right? The right body weight, height, skin texture, so many things. So what made me so confident out there? It's simply self-love. It's easy to say you need to love yourself, but it's the most difficult thing. The image you see yourself on the mirror, the reflection you see, you have to fall in love with it. You have to be in love with your body, mind, and your soul. Once you are in love with that, you will never be intimidated. You are never on a competition with others. Because for you, you're trying to compete within yourself. You are trying to be a better person day by day. The competition becomes within you, and you try to develop your own skills. You develop and you evolve. So when all these things are happening, learn to take a pause in your life too. Learn to take rest, learn to take pause, learn to take short breaks, because sometimes it becomes very overwhelming and there will be a lot of obstacles. So as I said, when I was doing my degree, I got married, and everyone thought that, she's not going to complete her studies. Because third year, I was pregnant with my son. I gave birth to him, and I told my professors in my college that I'll be back to do my master's. I took a break for 1 year. I prepared for myself for the master's. I did come back. It was very difficult with a son, with a family, and to do my studies. There will be different kind of obstacles happening, but not giving up is the mantra. Never ever give up. Whatever you are trying to do, be consistent in it. Of course, you can take a long break, or like in your phone, when the battery goes off, you charge it, right? That's how you should be to yourself. You need to learn how to charge yourself up. And always take a permanent solutions in life. Don't take any shortcuts or the temporary ones, because that's going to fade away. I gained 95 kgs after giving birth to my son, and that was a very difficult part, because it was not about maintaining this body type or anything. I would say being physically fit. I didn't want to take any medicines because I had thyroid. I wanted to be physically fit. So I didn't go for any crash diets or anything that is being advertised to, eat or do, crazy exercise for 30 days and you will lose 10 kgs. No. I took a permanent solution of hitting the gym and working out. This is applicable to everything in your life. Never ever go. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling sad, don't just, we have the tendency of saying, oh, let's go for a small trip and come back. Just one-day trip, it's not going to change your life. You need to find a permanent solution for your problems. When we were kids, you used to, you learn to walk, then run, jump. You used to fall down. Your parents might have helped you to walk again. But now we are all grown up. We often fall. We often fail. Learn yourself to get up and be motivated. Be the biggest cheerleader in your own life. Self-motivation is the best way to achieve success. As you go on and look back to your life, there will be many low points, but you will realize you have come so far. And the word success, when it resonates in your ears, you will understand. You will have happy tears, and you are so proud to be yourself. So be you, be powerful, and be successful, and be the unapologetic one. Thank you so much.